Welcome back, watch fans. This is Big Watch Fan back with another Big Watch review. I know it's been many years since I did a video review, and sorry about that. But the good news is that the equipment is much better now than when I did my last review. I think my last review I was using this plastic tripod and a flip Ultra HD camera, which is probably now so old, I could probably keep it as a collectible. But anyway, on to the watch. This review is for the Armani Exchange AX1417. This is the all gold model. So I know it's Armani Exchange, so it's a fashion brand. But what caught my eye with this watch was its width. It's 49 millimeters wide. The fact that it's a automatic with a skeletonized dial, and the price for the bracelet model. The MSRP for this watch is $295, but almost no one sells it for that. Well, maybe at the Armani Exchange stores, if you want, you can pay full price for this watch. Everywhere else, you can get a pretty good discount on this item. It came out in 2011, which is maybe why it's discounted. So a really good discount is around 50% off. I worked a little harder and found it for 60% off new and not on eBay. I just don't like buying new watches on eBay. A couple times I didn't get what I thought I was going to get. So it's fairly thick watch at 14 millimeters. Let me zoom out here a little bit. As you can see, it's not super thick and high writing on the wrist like a Nixon or one of those daddy diesels. I like that the bracelet is slightly larger at 22 millimeters. It fits proportions of the case pretty well, I think, at 49. I think anything smaller, like a 20 millimeter wide bracelet, which Nixon sometimes does, would have made the bracelet look skimpy and the watch head look overly large. Of course, for the price, we're talking about mineral glass. A sapphire crystal probably would have run us up another $80 or so, and we'd be looking at a $200 watch range. But the crystal in front is mineral glass. Right here, and so is the exhibition case on the back. So you get to see the escapement in the front there, and you can see the rotor running around in the back. So I thought that was pretty nice. The rotor is engraved, which you can't see it, with Armani Exchange, 21 jewels, and Japan. I'll get back to that later. But looking at the front, you can see it's a skeletonized dial with the escapement of or what some people call the heartbeat at the lower left lug area. And it's a simple 3-hand with sweep seconds. I think in general, within the limitations of the parts, this is a pretty well designed watch. The hands are long enough so that the minute hand can be clearly read to the minute on the minute track, which you can see just on the outer edge of the dial. And the hour hand right here very clearly just breaks into the large indicator minute track. The hour hand is also visibly much larger in width than the minute hand, so it's very easy to tell which hand is which at a glance. The sweep seconds hand is also very unobtrusive, which I like. It's the same gold color, so it blends in pretty well with the background. Because I rarely use the second hand except to tell if the watch is running. The very tip of the second hand, as you can see, is in white. And so, you know, if you need to track the seconds, it is pretty good because of the contrast. And like the other hand, I think proportionally, it's really well designed width and length. Now, I mentioned earlier that the rotor is engraved with Japan on it. But I have a feeling it is not a Japanese movement. For this price, I'm thinking it's probably a Chinese movement, maybe a Chinese ETA knockoff with a rotor from Japan. But at least it's a 21 jewel movement. You can see one of the jewels in the escapement. But in any case, what is more important is the accuracy of the movement. And I found that this movement is pretty accurate and on par with my better, much more expensive watches. So I'm losing probably less than 4 seconds a day, I'd say. I think it's more like 2 seconds based on my observation, but I don't have a timing machine. And I guess if I ever open up this watch, I will film it and let you know the land of this watch's manufacturer. The movement is attractive enough, I think. I mean, sorry, that sounds terrible. That sounds like when Obama told Hillary she was likable enough. But it's pretty attractive for a skeleton watch. I mean, it's nothing like a Quorum skeleton bridge watch, but then again, I didn't pay $40,000 for this watch like you would for a Quorum. It's resistant to 5 atmospheres, 50 meters, so good enough for daily use, but not really for swimming or showering. The crown, as you can see, doesn't really screw down, so if you went swimming or immersed this thing in water, water would go into the crown area. But it's good for most corporate lifestyles where the closest you get a watch to water is washing your hands or something. Some may feel that the crown is too big, but I like it. I like the size. It's easy to grip without being too bulbous when it's on my arm, like an onion crown. And I like the decorative stripe on it. It gives the watch a modern look, along with the fluting on the crown. Shows that the designer was concerned about the look of the crown as well, and giving it a kind of a contemporary look. Lastly, this is a gold tone watch with a deployant clasp. As you can see, the Armani Exchange logo there on the clasp, which, you know, desk diving marks will erase that in a couple years, but it looks pretty cool. I mean, it looks fashionable. Sometimes with gold tone watches, you're not sure how well it's going to wear. I couldn't find information on how the gold tone was applied, whether it was IP or some other process, ion plated. I've worn it steadily for about 2.5 weeks now, and no gold has rubbed off yet. There's been no wear to the gold tone, no loss, anything like that. You know, and I have found that on some watches. Had a blue Nixon with a blue band that in a week or week and a half, between the joints, the blue just rubbed off. I realized, oh, it's painted on. But I imagine probably this will wear pretty well, like most fashion watches. I won't have to worry too much about the gold tone. I'm also a fan of the coin edge bezel. It gives it a kind of a retro look at the same time, but along with everything else, I thought it was a nice touch. So, I like this watch so much that I bought another in a different flavor. An all black model. This one I haven't really worn yet. I haven't taken off the tags. I just got it today. Again, I don't know how the black is applied, whether it's ion plated or what. I guess I'll find out. But as you can see, it's all black except for the movement. Of course, it's silver, and the indices are gray colored. So they're raised minute on the minute indices. This watch also comes with a silver dial, which I didn't find too special. And also comes with other straps, but I prefer bracelets, and I always buy the braceleted model. One thing about this watch, let me zoom out so you can see both of them. One thing about this watch is the loom is pretty terrible. This is no Seiko Super Lumi Nova or whatever it's called. The loom is pretty much non-existent. I mean, it's there. If you happen to catch it right when it turns dark, it'll glow for a little while. But if you're driving in the car for a while, you need to see what time it is, look at your watch, you're going to have a hard time finding that. That doesn't really concern me so much. But it is annoying when you really need to know the time in the dark. These watches just might not work out for you that way. Now, I bought these watches from approved dealers, I think. I don't know if Armani Exchange has an authorized dealer program, but the gold one was from Nordstrom, and it came in this packaging. In this box with a hard pillow. Now, I don't know why, but the one I bought, the black one I bought from Watch Station, and it came in a different box, different package. This one has like a little more fancy or a little more modern looking. It has like a garage door opening and going door opening, and has a soft pillow. I don't know why I got two different boxes. They both came with the same manual, and for some reason the one I bought from Watch Station came with an, let's see what's it say, a Certificato di Autenticità. I don't know, certificate of authenticity in Italian, to show me this is not a knockoff Armani Exchange. The one I bought from Nordstrom, the gold one, didn't come with this certificate, but I'm not too concerned that Nordstrom sold a knockoff. Okay, so that's about it. I consider these pretty good daily wearers that I can wear at work and then go after to like a business function, maybe after hours, or go with somewhere with my family, maybe the movies or something where I don't have to worry about it. I can read it very quickly. It's a large watch. I mean, if you're a big watch fan like me, then it's almost a great size. I try and stay away from watches that are less than 45 millimeters, and for me the maximum would be about 50. 49 I think is perfect for me. Now, I'd probably not wear this watch if I were trying to impress maybe my father-in-law or a banker or something like that. But it's a fun, definitely affordable, automatic, mechanical watch with a modern look. So, you know, most of the guys I work with think this is a fancy watch, and they're always surprised when I tell them, you know, I didn't pay that much for it. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Oh, one last thing. This is how the watch came packaged up. So, if you're concerned about it being authentic, the logo's covered up on the bracelet. The whole bracelet is covered in plastic, and front and back crystal stickers. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Hope to do another watch review here pretty soon for another affordable brand. And if you like the review, give me a thumbs up. So, thanks for watching.